Right, all right.
All
What's
right.
going on? Yeah, buddy. Welcome to Brent and Hova Show. What's up, Hova?
Hey, what's going on? I like the little,
Gobble, gobble, people.
I like the little Thanksgiving thing.
Gobble, gobble. Yes,
Hey, how
sir.
did you? Yeah, I was gonna say, how did you hook that up?
Look, man, sometimes, when you're in a horror movie and you stumble in the woods,
Yeah.
sometimes when you stumble and fall, that'll help you from getting your head chopped off. So that kind of how I looked up and got these little goodies. Look, man, shout out to StreamYard, man. Shout out to StreamYard. They always try to move forward and press the gamut and move forward to kind of make things, keep things interesting for us and make it good for us and make it good for you while you're experiencing this with us and we're experiencing this together. It's real good that they keep adding on these, having these additional add-ons. And so this is the one on, man. It just pop up. It's just like, hey, there's a whole lot of other things StreamYard can do. And so I'm just happy that they just put it in our face and kind of make it easy to kind of, adapt. And so there's a lot more I can say from our previous platform that is no longer in business, as we can see why.
Yeah.
I told you, I was cussing them out every week. Every week I'm cussing them out.
Yeah, really.
They kick me off. Then they kick the whole show off. And never mind. We won't go
Yeah,
there.
don't
I'll be
even
there
go.
all day.
Yeah, I gonna say don't even go there.
I ain't gonna even go there. How was the weekend, Hope?
Weekend was good, man. Weekend was good. Um, was able to relax a little bit. The weather was real nice. As a matter of fact,
Mm.
I ended up firing up the grill, man. I fired up.
Oh man, you ain't called nobody, man. See, that's how you do,
Man,
man. That's how you
man,
do,
it,
man. That's how you do. That's how you do, man.
man,
Just
man.
toss us to the side, man. Just toss us to the side, man.
It was last minute, man. Last minute,
Toss us to the side, man. I got to tell Steve and E and like, man, he just tossed us to the side.
man. It
Had
was last.
steaks,
It was
had
last.
steaks and everything. I bet you had steaks and everything.
Man, it was a last minute deal, man. Man.
Oh man, so we're good, man. The weather was nice, man. You're right, man. The weather was nice. It was great. Shout out to Atlanta Old School. Had a gig at the old workplace. Shout out to the Cab County Planning and Sustainability. They had an event called Planning Day, and we
Hmm.
created that during my little tenure there back in 2018, to where we get together and just let everybody know what we do, celebrating everything and planning and development, and everything related to it. So everything in terms of zoning, planning, zoning, development, uh, environmental sustainability, all of those things. And so had a chance to just kind of celebrate that with the community, see a lot of old faces. It's like I ain't never left. So they kind of set me back in terms of my retirement mental. But we all had a good time. The weather was beautiful, and everybody had a good time. So shout out to those entities right there. So look, man, we just want to welcome everybody to the Bread and Hova Show. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of action-packed things. We got some new CLP rankings. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the Bulldogs, see what they're doing in the rankings, what people just trying to say about them, and we're gonna spend some quality time about these Falcons today. Today is Hate Week. Falcons versus the Aints. So we got a lot going on. So thanks for joining the show. We are here every Wednesday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. every Wednesday. We are based in Atlanta, Georgia, and we talk about sports primarily in the state of Georgia. But wherever you are from, feel free to give us a call and or just be part of the show. Join the chat. You can join us on our Facebook group. We're also on YouTube also, and be part of the show and speak on it. Over. What you got?
Yeah, I just want to thank all the listeners out there, new listeners, tuning in tonight. As always, we come to you guys every Wednesday. Also, I want to go ahead and get to the Let me get back over to the shout outs. Give a shout out to the Dirty Bird Nation, NFC South fans, Falcons first and 10, the Enhanced Sports Show, Mo Brown, Sticking Sensation,
Yes, sir.
and Atlanta Old School Drummers.
Yes, sir.
I also want to give a shout out to the Enhanced Sports Show, Lou. Oh, I've already done that. Lou's in the house. Lou be hitting us up later on tonight. He'll be joining us. Also, you can check out our website, www.sportsandbrews.com, where you can get real live sports content as well, beer content. And also check out the Bread and Hova Show Facebook group. If you like what you see, hit us up and we'll take care of you. On that note, let's get on into it.
Yes, sir. I want to start this out with the PFL Players Football League, man. And I got to shout out Hova. Hova's doing good. Hova can actually win the league this year. I'm pulling up. If I can't do it, then I want my folks to kind of pull out a bit. We've been at this thing for years, man. It's just like it's designed for us not to win.
I know.
It's just us not to win. It's a secret to winning this because it's too many. How many teams? You got 16 teams?
Yeah, 16 teams.
16 teams, man. Which is unheard of in fantasy league football for the most part. But it's just too many teams. Just too many. And I think we got a lot of teams because of the money. But that's another story. But everything it's another bill. You got the light bill, you got your water bill, you got a PFL bill. But hopefully, what's your record, man?
Oh man, right now 8-3, man. I'm tied. Let me look back. I think I'm tied for first place right now.
Okay, I know if you was a game out or a tie for first because Brent. I know you and Brent was going at it.
Yeah. Brent been doing his thing. Let me look. Let me see. Now I think Brent. Wow, he's got the best record right now.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But the funny thing is, my next game is against him.
Man, I know the text gonna be blowing up on Sunday.
Yeah. So I got.
He's gonna let you hear about it.
Yeah, man. My next game is against this cat, man. And
you gotta win then.
Yeah, man. Well, right now it's got me favored, man. So we'll see.
You ain't got no choice. You ain't gonna never hear the end of it. You let Brent win. But
yeah.
But I think I lost a 1-point game. Man, I think I lost like 3 or 4 1-point games or 1-score games this year, man.
Dang,
I think I lost like 3 or 4 1 point. Yeah, the 1 point, man. I mean, it's been that kind of a year, man. 1 point. Yeah, Chaz, Chaz had one of the worst records in the league. Not anymore. So he got that little 1 point on me, and it's just like, look, man, that's all it takes to win in this league is 1 point.
Yeah.
So it's just too big, man. I just think that 16 is too large. That's why it's just, it's just random in my opinion. But and you just keep your fingers crossed that the players don't get hurt. But everybody's players have been hurt, so that kind of adds a little parity. But it's been a weird season, man. We're gonna talk about those injuries. But good luck, Hova, in the PFL, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I think you can get it, man.
I hope so, man. I'm this probably the well, this is the best I've done.
Since
I've been in this thing. So
man, this is why sometimes if it's a tie or whatever, man, this is why we call it for a playoff.
Yeah.
Because that way you have the 4 best teams or whatever, and you just see what happens. But I don't know, man. Any rate.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it moving. So good luck, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Look, man, Shadour's gonna get the shot in Cleveland, man. He's gonna get the start. What you think about that, man? Just real quick. I know we're gonna talk pro football later on, but that was a real big thing about him getting drafted and about this whole thing's going down in Cleveland. And so, after everybody got a turn, then you're gonna let this cat come in after everything's gone, strict kapooey. And now you want to give him the shot. Say, okay, Bill is out. To let him be like, okay, see, I told you he couldn't do it. What you got on this, man?
I hope he does well. I hope he goes out and prove all the naysayers wrong. I really like Shador. Um, I think he's gonna. I think with the matchup he has against the Raiders, I think he has a good chance to play pretty good. The Raiders' defense is not that great,
Mm.
but like I said, man, my only concern, and I don't know if I shouldn't look at it this way, but I just don't know. It seems like to me, Brad, like the coach, the Cleveland Brown coach, he don't have any other choice. You got rid of Flacco.
Yeah.
I think if Flacco was still there, I don't think Shador would be starting. He doesn't have
Right.
any other, he don't have any other choice but to go with Shador now.
Mm-hmm.
But my concern, or not, yeah, my concern is how much is he really in Shador's corner? You know what I'm saying? Or is this
Right.
just I'm just doing this move because I don't have anybody else,
Yeah.
and that's kind of how I feel. I feel like like I said, he got rid of Flacco. Then you throw
Mm-hmm.
Dylan Gabriel out there, he get, he whatever.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
now you down, and Sean Watson not whatever. We don't even know what to deal with that. So you don't have no choice but to play him now.
Mm-hmm.
So if he
Yeah.
goes out and lights up the world, then what you gonna do? So,
He be like, I knew it all along.
but see, that's the thing though, man. Is that's my concern. How much is this coach in his favor? Or this
Yeah.
just is a move. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah. 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 It's
It almost feels like a Kirk Cousin move with the Falcons.
yeah. Right. Right. I don't. Yeah. He's forced to make this decision. I don't think he's really in this guy's corner. So he's not going to get a whole lot of support. So the soap opera continues in Cleveland, man. I mean, they're dumpster fire too. Notice that I said too. So we'll
Yeah,
get to that, man. But
yeah.
look, man, real quick, man, the Hawks are 5-1 in their last 6 games, man, without, especially without Trey. They were on a 5-game winning streak until they played Detroit last night. Detroit's got the best record in the entire NBA for right now. Pretty good squad, man. And I think the Hawks hung in there. And they were down by double digits big time, but they came back in the fourth quarter. But they were down, Zachary Ricochet, he was not there. And he was out, and obviously Trey was out, and Christmas Porzingis, he was out. So Hawks had a lot of guys out, and to only lose by a couple of buckets, man. And you got to think that if the Hawks were at full strength, or at least had Zachary Ricochet, could there have been a different outcome? Now, still there were too many turnovers, but they turned you over too. So they turned over Detroit, but we still was a little bit soft defensively in the paint than I like to see. But when Mo Gay came in, that man, it was a different story. So Mo Gay gets active. So I think this is a good squad that has learned how to gel together fairly well. They got they still got a lot to learn. They're getting better, but it's still early in the season. And it's almost a blessing that Trey got hurt because it helped strengthen the team in terms of being resourceful among themselves. So I think the big thing will be when Trey comes back to see how well the coach can blend him in. I don't think you want a situation where Trey comes back. Okay, we back to normal. We back to what we normally do, and then next thing you know, we're losing again. Nobody wants to see that. So I think that I would just try to blend Trey in there off the bench a little bit till he's totally healthy, and kind of work him in. But I know players got egos. But I think that the best way is to ease Trey back in terms of what you want, and then have him come in at a kind of working out. I wouldn't have him come in there. I just wouldn't dump him in there like a sack of potatoes. All right, everything's back to normal. Things will not be back to normal. That's just my 2 cents on it.
No, I agree with you. I agree with that.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yes,
don't. Yeah, I was sending things back to normal. Yeah, I agree with
yeah, man. So I think you got to work him back in, and if he's got an ego about it, then he's going to have to put his ego on the shelf in order and sacrifice his ego for the strength of the team. That's just my 2 cents. But I'm watching the Hawks because they are better than the Falcons by far already. The hits keep coming, man, with the Falcons. Over Penix is out for the year. There's no secret there. It's a real big brouhaha about him getting hurt. The right decision. People were was on him anyway. He's not developing fast enough for a lot of players. Oh, not for for a lot of fans. Fans are very impatient and very irrational right now. We are seeing the very worst of Falcon fans right now, especially on social media. I think we're seeing the worst of our Falcon Nation. We are divided. We are all over the place. I've heard too many nasty things about Penix. I don't think people are giving him a fair shot. He's young. I tell you right, he is a rookie. He looks like a rookie. He plays like a rookie. The man hated losing that game to the Colts a couple weeks ago. And then to come back out here against Carolina to lose against them anyway, when they tried very hard to win a game. And then he gets hurt on just some random play.
you. Right.
I mean, it was a football. It was just some random stuff.
It was just some kind of random. Yeah.
It just football. People get knocked around, nicked all the time, and it nicked him the wrong way. And I was like, oh no, oh my goodness. So yeah, that's what you got on that whole on this Penix. Penix is out for the year, obviously, and he may be out next year or most of next year because he's got to have reconstructive surgery on his ACL. Reconstructive. That don't sound good at all. What you got on that, man?
Man, I hate it for Penix. I just, man, this season has just been so damn frustrating. But
Yeah,
from one point to the next, now you got this going on with him. Here's how I see it, Brad. I just think that unfortunately the Falcons gonna have to really reassess after the season and maybe draft a quarterback. I know that's not what we want to hear, but I don't think we have any other choice. I just don't know what we're gonna get out of Penix, man. That type of surgery, I'm not saying he can't bounce back from it, but I just don't know. I don't know
yeah,
how durable he's gonna be. I guess that's what I'm getting at. So
right, and yeah,
that's the point. How durable is he really going to be? And I think I'm not saying cut bait, but I just think we need to make sure to have back a good legitimate backup, and even
yeah,
if even that means opening up the door for competition, then so be it.
yeah,
Um, but I don't see anything else behind it, man.
yeah, and it
I mean,
doesn't help that
yeah,
you don't have a first round pick.
yeah,
We don't have a first round pick. So it doesn't matter how bad the record is and where we end up. We won't have a first round pick. You can't do anything with Penix. Once he comes back, you can't cut him. You can't do anything. The league doesn't allow that. Plus, he'll still be up under his rookie contract.
mm-hmm.
And so you can't, when he comes back, you can't trade him. You can't cut him. You can't waive him. You got to play him.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of puts you in the bind in terms of the guy that's going to be sitting in the seat. Do you keep Kirk Cousins for another year, like you planned on being here anyway? I don't know, but that option is open to the Falcons to do. Do you get a quarterback off the waiver wire? Falcons gonna have some cheese. So a little bit of cheese. So you ain't got to ain't a whole lot of great quarterbacks out there that'll be available. I mean, but you got Stetson Bennett out there. You got some other quarterbacks out there on the bench that could do some things that you can get, and it won't break the bank, which it looks like what the Falcons gonna have to do. Other than drafting a quarterback, I probably wouldn't draft a quarterback. At least I wouldn't draft a quarterback high. You can't do that. You just can't afford. That's just me. I think the biggest, and we're gonna talk about it later on, but since we jumped in it, I would just say, look, man, Falcons got to be built right. I don't believe Raheem is gonna be around. I don't even know if Fontenot's gonna be around. But okay, if you get rid of these guys at the end of the season, who's to say that the new regime may want their own quarterback, but that's not gonna come next year unless you make some deals. Falcons gonna have to make some deals to get a first round pick from somebody. Sorry, you're gonna have to make a deal to get that first round pick back. Everybody on the team pretty much expendable except for maybe Bijan. And so see if you can get multiple second round picks. If you can't get a first round pick, see if you can get some additional second round picks so that you can get some things done. I think you got to clean house with a lot of these players. You got to let go a lot of this weight, get you some money so you can get you some more players, put this thing together because you can't draft everybody. So we're really going to need an architect to build this from the, and I've said this on the show before, Falcons need to be built from the inside out. We've been building from the outside in. What that means is that the Falcons would always get these outside shiny pieces, wide receivers, tight ends, running backs, quarterbacks, then you kind of piece together an offensive line and you piece together a coaching staff and they're learning on the job. And so you're wondering how come the offense can't score points. Where you got a coach, there's head coach learning on the job. You got an offensive coordinator learning on the job. You got a quarterback, brand new quarterback learning on the job, and you ain't got no offensive line. So how are they supposed to score points when you faced with stuff like when you face? That's your current condition before Penix got hurt. How are you supposed to score points? People ain't catching balls. People dropping balls. He missing people. All kinds of stuff going on. Bad plays, good plays. When he called good plays, people dropping balls, or he overthrowing people, or people missing assignments. They're not blocking. Penix ain't blocking. All these things is going on that's discombobulated on the offense because you built wrong. You're not built the right way. You got the big. Look at real simple because I ain't trying to be preachy, but look at how Philadelphia is built.
Mm-hmm.
They built that before they got hurt. They built that offensive line, right?
Yeah.
Before they won the championship, they built that defensive line on the other side, right?
Right.
Their front seven at least. And so, and then they went from the end. Hurts is not, at least right now, don't look like no Hall of Fame quarterback to me. Last I heard, the Philly fans was cussing him out, and they win it. So Hurts is making it. He's making necessary plays. Philly ain't doing nothing special, but they got the best offensive line in the business. You know what they're doing, and you still can't stop it.
Right.
Same thing goes for Indianapolis Colts. They've been building from the inside out for the past couple of years. All these draft picks they've been collecting, and they've been getting an offensive line. They've been getting a tackle here, a guard there, making sure they got the center right. If you ain't drafting them, you got enough money to go out there and get some guy from another team and put this together. Inside out. Then you go ahead and get your receivers and then get your quarterback. You already had your running back. First, you build your offensive line, then you get your running back. And if you got a quarterback that's serviceable, yeah, because great quarterbacks don't grow on trees.
Right.
And everybody acting like, well, if Penix ain't great, he sucked. No, man. Look at Drake May. He a work in progress too. And everybody loves him. So it's like, look, man, y'all got to put this all in perspective with this court. You need a serviceable quarterback, but you need an all-pro offensive. Focus on your offensive line. If your offensive line is trash and you don't have depth, you're going to look like the Falcons.
I agree.
Can't score no points.
I
You know,
agree.
even on the easiest of plays, you can't execute. Receivers ain't blocking. Tight ends ain't blocking. Nobody's got the assignment. You're not putting a hat on a hat. That's what I'm saying. On the defensive side, you ain't got no linemen. You got, you got to have guys that's stiff up front. Them tackles got to be able to be stiff and fill in and plug the gaps so you can't run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they got to plug the gaps, man. We ain't got them plug players, man. On your model, where is he? Yeah, we got sacks. And everybody like, where the sacks? Fabricate. That's why we ain't got no defense, because we can't sack. Hell, we top 5, top 3 in sacks in the league.
Right. Right.
You know, so but the sacks got to be timely. Coach said it today. We got sacks, but they're not timely. It's a
Right.
difference getting a sack on second down than it is getting on third down.
Right.
Getting a sack, put you in third and long. But if you ain't getting no sack on third and long, or getting a pick or incomplete, then you the sacks is for naught. So the sacks are full of empty calories if they're not coming on third down or producing a turnover or a takeaway.
I agree.
Look, man, this is football, man. This is football. We've been watching this for years. We know what's going on. And so that's why I say the long way around. That's why I say the Falcons and teams like the Falcons that are not very good, have not been good for a very long time, are not built correctly. And it comes from the top. You got to go deeper than the coach. You got to go deeper, a little bit deeper sometimes, even than the GM.
Mm-hmm.
The executive team of the Atlanta Falcons are a failure. They are not good. They have not been good for a very long time, Hova. A very long time. And who is that? That's Arthur Blank, his new president. I forget the guy, Greg something, and Rich McKay.
Mm-hmm.
And but ain't nobody talking about them because they the one, it's chess, man, not checkers. They the ones calling all the plays, and Terry Fontenot and the coach got to take the brunt of it. And Terry Fontenot, look, they hired them separately. Fontenot did not hire the coach. All right, now I ain't saying that Raheem is free from guilt. Now he's been horrible. He's been a bad coach in terms of X's and O's. Good motivator, but he does not pay attention to the detail. He is not a good coach, good head coach. Sorry, he's just not. I've seen enough. You know, but somebody hired him. Somebody said he'll be a good coach. All right?
I agree. No, I agree with you, man.
He can't hire himself, Hope.
I agree.
That's all. I ain't being preached. I'm done. What you got on there, Hope? Anything to add on that before we go to college football?
No,
We're gonna go back to the NFL.
No, I think you gave it all, man. I mean, I feel your passion. It just, we talked about this. One of the biggest things, man, was so frustrating was the Falcons front office. That's what really was the issue.
Yep.
Rich McKay and Arthur Blank. I love, hey,
Yeah.
got nothing but love for Arthur Blank, man. But the problem is he's got, he's, as you've always said, he's giving Rich McKay too much authority. Terry Fontenot is, man, he's always, he's just filling a role. That's just the bottom line.
The other thing, who would want to work for the Falcons? They're not marketable. Who want to be any good GM? What good GM would want to work for the Falcons? Because if I can't do my job, total autonomy. If I can't do my job, then why am I here? I'm the GM. I want to shop for all the groceries. I got a vision, and you got to trust my vision. And I want to shop for all the groceries. I'm going to take full accountability, and I want my own coach. I want input in terms of who my quarterback or who the face of my franchise is going to be. And it's got to be built the right way. Our foundation is not quarterback. Our foundation is the offensive line. It's football. It ain't changed since Bart Starr. It has not, Vince Lombardi, it has not changed in terms of what does it take to have a sound football team, a championship football team. I got one of the best lines in the game. They follow instructions. They are very well coached. They execute very well. They follow the assignments, and they nasty. That's it. That's how you. That's how you. I'm sorry. We going back, man. Let me go back, man. We gonna have to let's bring Lou on and talk some college football, man. We got to talk some college football. And we got some CFP rankings. I really got to talk about. Lou.
Evening, gentlemen.
Hey, Lou.
How you doing? How you doing, brother?
All right.
Man, Hova took me to the edge, man. He got me talking about these Falcons. I wasn't trying to talk about them like this early. I wasn't trying to talk about them this early like that, Lou. I'm trying to keep my blood pressure down.
Right. So, are we all?
Look, man, my blood pressure got better this weekend, man. In terms of Saturday. Saturday, my blood pressure was very good on Saturday. We had some really good games. Especially with Bama losing to Oklahoma. You guys called it, man.
I called it.
You guys called it.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Oklahoma owns Bama. Bama owns Georgia. Georgia owns Texas. Texas owns Oklahoma. Y'all get the ecology of
it's kind
of the SEC elite. It's Kirby Smart would say elite. That's what's going on right now until somebody breaks the cycle. So
yes.
I don't know who's going to break that cycle, but it better be Georgia. Texas A&M came down from how many points down, guys? 27?
Yeah.
That was a hell of a game, man. It got a little weird when my man from South Carolina ran into the tunnel and the state trooper got it, or whoever he was, got it. What's it called? Mall cop got in the way. Yeah, right. They got right. He got in the way. So they immediately took him and put him on different assignment. That was crazy.
The setting of that movie was West Orange, New Jersey, where Diane lives.
Get out of here, Lou. Really?
Okay, good night. which is only 10 minutes from my house.
Wow.
Interesting.
And that's something.
Well, it wasn't actually filmed there, but that's what the setting was, but it wasn't actually filmed there. Not this one,
man.
Anyway.
It's one of my favorite movies. It's funny, man. I like the original. I think they made a sequel. I like the original. But but look, man, I thought Carolina does that, man. They falcon the game away. And they you got right where you want them, and you score no more points. These guys come back to win this game. And we had an upset and another one in the making, but it didn't happen. And that's a life lesson learned. You don't get a second shot at it. You don't get a mulligan. So when you have a team down, you really have to make sure you stay focused to keep them down and to win the ball game. And they did not do it. So hopefully that was a learning lesson for South Carolina. But that tells you something about Texas A&M at this point in the season. So both of these teams lead the SEC. And, I don't know, but I just think that Alabama's got a Oklahoma problem. So, maybe that's what that is. But you can't be having problems like that at this point in the season. You're supposed to be playing your best football. And talking about playing your best football, my goodness. Hova, I'm going to need you to say 2 words about Georgia and Texas.
Go Dogs.
That is exactly. 2 words. 2 words.
2 words.
2 words, man. We all said that Georgia was going to win the game, but I didn't think it was going to be a shellacking like that.
Neither did
I. I think that the team was outplayed. I think that Georgia was very spirited playing at home. They were happy to be playing these guys. They look hungry. They've been consistent for the past, month. They've been getting better every week. Quarterback looks really good. Gunnar Stockton, I don't know, man. He may not win it, but I think, if he went out, man, he deserves at least to be mentioned in the Heisman. I don't just mention. I don't know. I don't think he's going to win, but what else does he have to do? He scored 5 touchdowns against a ranked opponent. He scored about 4 or 5, 3 or 4 touchdowns against Tennessee, ranked opponent.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. He's putting the numbers up, but he's putting up the numbers they thought the Arch was going to put up, or they were expecting for Carson Beck to put up, and neither one of those guys are doing anything. And so instead, you got two Georgia quarterbacks, and Haynes King and Gunnar Stockton, which looked like two Heisman candidates to me, that nobody was really talking about at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, they definitely under the radar. I mean, both of the guys, I mean, all they do is win. So, yeah, they definitely under the radar.
Yeah.
I mean, I could definitely have a big, you know, I could see a vouch for both of them. Both of them have. I mean, if you look at the numbers, I mean, Stockton. I mean, he's right up there. So I don't know why you couldn't consider him in the top.
Yeah.
Same as Haynes King.
Yeah, I mean, he's really playing some good ball, man. I mean, he's really getting better every week. He's making good decisions, putting the ball where it needs. The ball's coming out on time, a little bit better. He knows when to run, when not to run. I mean, their play action is killing teams, man. Their play action is killing people, man. Even on the run, man, he'll tuck it in and pretend like he still has it and bootleg it around. Man, he's getting it.
But one thing I like about Gunner that I don't like about Carson Beck is seem like to me Gunner is more patient. He's trying not to force things. That's the main thing. He's not trying to force the issue.
Yeah.
In most cases, where I think Beck was. He was just trying to force something to be there that wasn't, and next thing you know, he's throwing, an interception. And that's what you see. The same thing that what you see in Miami. Same thing.
Yeah. I agree. Anything on that, Lou?
No, I gotta agree. I just gotta agree with that.
Yeah. So coming up, man, the rankings, I'll just go through them real quickly.
Haven't changed much.
They haven't changed a whole lot. The first couple of teams are the same. The first three. And Ohio State's 1, Indiana 2, Texas A&M is number 3. And they're not really playing anybody this week. Ohio State is playing Rutgers. Texas A&M is playing Samford. Georgia moved up one spot from 5 to 4. They're playing Charlotte, which is, I think Charlotte's only won one game all year. So instead of having a bye week, you play Charlotte. And so at home. So you hope that this game gets out of hand early and you get a chance to, save your players for next week so that they come out of the game healthy. That's what you hope for Georgia versus Charlotte. And the real game is next week against Georgia Tech. Texas Tech 5, Ole Miss 4, Ole Miss 6. Oregon, that's the big game. Oregon is number 7. They play against number 15 USC. What you guys think about that one? Who you think is going to come out with that victory, Lou, between Oregon and USC? That game is in Oregon.
It's a tough one, but I think I'm gonna go with Oregon.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully you got it. Go ahead, Lou.
Don't expect it to be an easy game. This will not be an easy game. This will not be a cakewalk for either team.
It's gonna be tough, man. It's an old Pac-12 rivalry game. Who do you have in this one, Hova?
Yeah, I like Oregon in this one. I think, I'm gonna have to go with Oregon.
Yeah, I'm going to Oregon in this one. I just like them a little bit better. I think it's a high-scoring game. I think Oregon ends up winning this one. Oklahoma moves up to number 8, and they actually play Missouri. Missouri actually has a really good running game, but I hate that their quarterback is out. This would really be an interesting game if the quarterback was healthy. But you guys think that any two of you guys think Missouri's got a chance of winning this game? I don't. Lou, you think?
No, I don't.
Yeah, yeah. What about you, Hova? Upset special?
No, I don't see no upset special with this one.
I didn't think so.
No, I don't see upset special. I think, like I said, I'm pretty sure Oklahoma should be able to handle that.
Yeah. So Notre Dame is number 9. Play against Syracuse coming up this weekend. Everybody, Notre Dame has been the talk of discussion. I think the heat is coming on again in the kitchen. With the fact they are a top 10 team, and they will probably stay within the top 10, and everybody will be playing conference games, conference championships, and some will be penalized if they lose. And Notre Dame will just sit there. They don't get to play a conference game, and they get rewarded with a bye week or two, and they start their playoff matchup. What you guys think about that, man? What you think about that Notre Dame treatment?
Yeah, well, Notre Dame, I think, is a little bit overhyped. Especially the first game of the season, and I didn't think it was gonna. I didn't think we were gonna, do pretty much. But Syracuse doesn't strike me much, as an upset team. I mean, they haven't really been good in recent years, except for last year. So, I gotta go with Notre Dame on this one. I don't see an upset here at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What you think about that? Privileged, or we just oversensitive about Notre Dame? What is it, Hope?
Yeah, maybe some privilege to that. I don't, I mean, if you look at the rest of their schedule, Syracuse and Stanford, they got it pretty easy to get in the playoffs. So I don't see them. I don't see them not making the playoffs. So
Yeah.
Now I always get it mixed up. So Notre Dame is part of the ACC now, right?
They're independent.
That's right. They're independent.
Yeah, but in basketball season, the bulk of their schedule is ACC.
Right. So they still independent. Okay.
Football. Yep.
Yeah. So they don't have a championship game.
They gonna chill like us, watching the games and get ready to see who they're gonna play.
Yeah.
And staying quiet about it.
So yeah, I mean, to me, I think they're privileged, but yeah, they're definitely at this point. I can see them a shoe in the playoff, no doubt about that.
Yeah, I mean, but if you look at Notre Dame's schedule and who they played, Hova. I mean, I'm not looking at it now, but I think that they played USC. USC is a ranked team.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at give me a quick second because I want to pull this schedule. And we're gonna move on, but I want to look at their schedule real quick. It just kind of put this thing in perspective. And so they lost their first 2 games of the season. They lost to Miami, it's a ranked team. Are they legit? Well, I mean, Miami won't even be playing for their conference championship, what it looks like. So there's that. But they did lose to Miami, and they lost to Texas A&M, which is obviously number 3 team in the country. Fairly legit. 2 Southern teams. So, but everybody else that they beat, Purdue, Arkansas, Boise State, North Carolina State, Boston College, they won against those types of teams all year.
Yeah.
I guess they did. Let's see, if I want to get a quality win from them, USC, I guess. USC, they beat them by 10.
Yeah.
And I can't even count Navy. They beat Pitt. I don't know what Pitt is. I don't think they're number 22. I think they got they're not ranked today.
Yeah.
So I can't even really count Pitt. So the only halfway decent team they played was, I guess, that they won was USC. That's it. The rest of the year they played Syracuse and Stanford, like Hova said. That's it. And the legit team, They lost, but they lost to Texas A&M. They only lost by a point. If
Right.
that count, 41-40, if that means something to you. And the other game they lost was to Miami, which was 27-24, if that means something to you. So close one-score games, the ones that they did lose, take it for what you want. I just think that these guys are. I don't even think their team is as good as they were last year. So if you want to put them in there as a lamb to slaughter, be my guest. Alabama moves down to number 10 after that loss. They play Eastern Illinois, so that's a good game to lick their wounds. I don't know about this BYU Cincinnati game, man. I don't know, man. Is that an upset special, Hope?
They playing in now. Where's that game being played?
It's in Cincinnati. It might be a night game.
I don't see that being an upset.
I think it's a 4:30 game.
Yeah, I don't see that one being an upset, Brett.
What about you, Lou? BYU Cincinnati?
I'm gonna BYU.
Yeah, I'm gonna BYU too on that one.
Yeah,
Cincinnati
BYU.
I think Cincinnati looked a little stronger beginning of the year, but not as much. And Georgia Tech did not move up or down. They remained at number 16. So they have a night game here at Bobby Dodd against Pitt. I think Tech's gonna be lit for that, man. I don't think you're gonna get how shall I say it, an upset special in that game, man. What you think about that, Lou? Georgia Tech and Pitt, who wins that game?
I gotta go Georgia Tech.
Yeah, who you got in that one, Hova?
Yeah, I gotta go with Georgia Tech in that one. I think it's gonna be a competitive game, but gotta go with Georgia Tech.
Yeah, I'm going GT on that one, man. I thought about it. Nah, Pitt's not that team this year. They're okay. I think they're bowl eligible, maybe, I guess. But I think this is Georgia Tech's year. They're not going to overlook. But the only thing about it, Georgia Tech cannot overlook Pitt because they got Georgia right after that. That's the only thing, man, is overlooking Pitt because they know they got Georgia on the way. So they need to be careful. Honorable mention, guys, I got to mention the hometown. Mercer University Bears, man. I think they won their conference. I forget the name of their conference, but they won their conference regular season, and they play against Auburn. It's a 2:00 game, Hova. So,
2:00.
yeah. I don't know if Mercer wins this game against Auburn, but I am happy to see that they have greatly improved. You think Mercer's got a chance against Auburn, even though this is not Auburn's best year?
No. The only reason the only reason why is that Mercer, their front line, they're small. They're too small.
Yeah, they are.
They may have one big guy, but everybody else is small.
He's big and slow.
No comparison to Auburn.
Right.
Yeah, it's a caliber of athletes, Lou. And when you see they play every year, I think. But yes. Even though this is a really good team that Mercer has, probably the best one they've ever had.
Mercer,
still, man, Mercer University in Macon, Georgia.
Yeah.
Yep. And also shout out to Kennesaw State in the Atlanta area. They're playing Missouri State. They are also bowl eligible, which means we'll see them during the holidays, which is good.
Yeah.
So the Georgia teams are doing pretty well this year. They play against Missouri State at 2:00. Don't know if that's televised or not, Hova.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I doubt it.
Yeah, we'll see. So look, guys, real quick, man. Capping off or wrapping up college football and with Georgia. A couple of questions with Georgia, guys. Is it a big deal if the Georgia Bulldogs make it to the SEC or not, Luke?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty big deal. Trying to recapture what they lost a few years ago. So I think for Georgia, it is, especially that Alabama is not behind them. So this would be a very impressive season if they can pull it out and make it on the postseason.
Yep. Hova.
Yeah, I think it's a big deal. You know, getting to the SEC championship and winning it, man. I think it just solidifies the season. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah. And I think that some points were made with the SEC championship last year. Georgia won, but it was at the cost of their quarterback, and one or two more other players, and they were not as healthy going into the next matchup with the playoffs. And so people are like, well, there's that. But I think Kirby wants to play in the SEC championship. He wants to defend that title. But it's a possibility that Georgia may not make. Georgia could win out and not make it to the SEC championship. That's a reality. They'll be in the playoffs, but they won't make it to the SEC championship. If Alabama and Texas A&M wins out, they will play each other in the SEC championship. And so that's kind of what it is. I'm thinking, or is it? No, it's in the scenario. No, I take that back. There's if Texas A&M wins out, they're definitely in. But Alabama has 2 losses, but they only have 1 conference loss. But Georgia only had, at least for right now, Georgia only has 1 loss, and that's the Alabama. If there's a tie between Alabama and Georgia, Alabama gets the tiebreaker because Alabama beat Georgia.
So if Alabama, well, if they lose against, I don't know,
Auburn, that's the only game they probably could lose, which that would be a
so if Alabama, if they lose, then Georgia would be in it.
Georgia's in it. Yep. If Alabama loses, Georgia's in.
I think Alabama gonna lose against Auburn. Where's that game? That game is in Auburn.
It's a night game in Auburn.
Yeah. That game. I forgot what they call it.
It's
the Iron Bowl, right?
Iron Bowl. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That one's always, that's kind of, that just one of those games, man. It's a good chance they could lose that one, no doubt about that.
You're right about that, Hova. Good chance they could. Only, they better find some offense. I know that defense can definitely rattle them. I know that defense is going to rattle Ty Simpson pretty bad, and Alabama does not have a running game.
Right.
But neither does Auburn. They don't have anything offensively.
Yeah.
But they better find it. So I think that'd be interesting to see. So look, guys, real quick, man, did the CFP get it right in terms of the polling? Lou?
In terms of the polls?
Did he get it right?
Yeah, for the most part, yes. But of course, not everybody's gonna agree on it.
Yeah. Hova, did they get it right?
I'm gonna have to go with Lucy. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's always gonna be a little controversial, but I think so.
That's what it's all about. Controversy.
Yeah. I sort of kind of agree. I think it's going to work itself out in the end. Texas A&M and with the SEC championship, all that still got in Indiana and Ohio State. That's going to work itself out. I would definitely have a problem if they play each other and if they're still undefeated, and then whoever loses on if Ohio State loses that game, they just switch places with Indiana. Then I'm upset.
I get carried away now.
Oh yeah, I would be upset then. Really upset.
Take this week against with Ohio State. They're gonna have the easiest victory I think in their existence.
Yeah. I mean Rutgers. That's
exactly Rutgers.
Right. That's it. Right.
Let's put it this way: the case for Rutgers, for it'll be you suck.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. So We talked about it earlier. So is Gunnar a viable option for Heisman? I mean, not to win it, but to be in the discussion. What you think? What say you, Lou?
Who I think is gonna win?
Not well. Do you think he at least deserves consideration?
Wait, repeat
Gunnar
the question.
Stockton. Yeah. Do you think Gunnar Stockton, the quarterback for Georgia, deserves some Heisman consideration?
Deserves a Heisman consideration, yes. As to winning it, I doubt that.
Yeah. What about you, Hov?
Considering, yes.
Yeah, definitely some consideration, but like Lou said, he's probably not gonna get it though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you guys. I just think that Haynes King is just really been consistent all year, a lot more consistent than Gunner, and there are probably some other guys out there too that's been pretty good. Indiana's quarterback's been really good and consistent all year, so there quite some players ahead of him, but I think he at least deserves the consideration. So real quick, guys, we've already talked some Falcons talk. I want to skip over real quickly. We got a couple of minutes left in the show. We want to do some picks. Um, Falcons lose again to the Panthers. Another tough overtime loss, man. It's just really bad. I don't want to get into it. We just copy and paste whatever we said last week and it applies this week. Other than the quarterback got hurt, which sucks. So look, man, it's hate week. We play Aints on Sunday. It's hate week, man. I don't eat Popeye's chicken. I don't eat no jambalaya. I don't do anything. I don't, if it's New Orleans street, I'm taking a long way around. So, I don't have nothing to do with them Aints, man. The season the season comes down to Sunday for us. I mean, the Panthers in the same division, but they ain't no real rival, man. Come on, let's be real. That ain't no real rival. They still got the Similac on behind the ears, man. They still young at this thing. So look, look, man, who wins? Let's get to it, man. Who wins this game, man? Between the Falcons and the Aints, man. Who you got, Luke?
I'll go with the Dirty Birds.
Oh, jeez. Woo. He's going with the Dirty Birds. Who you got in this game? Oh, the game is in New Orleans. It's in the cesspool.
I'm going with the Saints.
Oh,
what?
2 weeks in a row. We're going against the home team 2 weeks in a row. What's going on?
You sure I'm stuck in the Matrix, Hova?
No, Lou, no, that's I'm just the Falcons. It's just not their season, man. I mean, they got a lot of
Matrix.
They got a lot of problems. I know the Saints got a lot of problems, but the Falcons got a lot of them too.
They are a problem.
Yeah, they're a big problem. I look, man. I'm talking that smack. I agree with Hova on this one. We both going against the home.
Marching in.
We both going against the homes, and I want more guys to win. Now, if we can find a way to win, I want my guys to win. I'm pulling for them to win, but as a football guy, who I think's gonna win, as bad as the Saints are, I think the Falcons are worse. It's just really bad, man. And so all the things they had covered up is coming to light right now, which is not good. No. So, yeah, moving on. Colts against the Chiefs. Who you got? Who you got, Lou? Colts versus the Chiefs.
I'm going with the Chiefs.
Who you got, Hova?
It's gonna be a good game. I'm going with the Colts. That's my upset special.
Well, I don't know if it'll be an upset, man.
I knew it wouldn't.
This game is in Kansas City. I'm going with the Chiefs on this one, man. I think the line is the Chiefs by 3.5, so I'm going with the Chiefs on this one. The Browns versus the Raiders. This game is in Las Vegas. Who you got, Luke?
Raiders.
Who you got, Hova?
The Raiders.
Yeah, 3-0. We got the Raiders. The line is the Raiders by 4. All right, guys. We got Tampa Bay Bucks going to LA to play the Rams. Who you got, Luke?
Rams.
Hova.
I'm going with the Rams.
Yeah, I'm staying with Vegas on this one. I'm going to Rams too. Vegas like the Rams by 7. I don't think it's going to be that much. Probably be by 3. But I'm going Rams with that one. We got the Panthers on the road. They're going to the West Coast. So you got both of these teams going to the West Coast. So the Panthers are going to the West Coast to play the 49ers. Who you got, Luke?
49ers.
Who you got, Hova?
I'm going with the Panthers.
Ooh, not a bad pick. Not a bad pick. I am going 49ers in this one. Vegas got 49. Well, the spread is 49ers by 7. Yeah, I don't, Panthers. I don't think the Panthers are that great, but they're not that bad neither. But I think all that heat that they brought to the Falcons, they're gonna find it a little bit different with the 49ers. Because I think they're just a much more physical team than the Falcons. The Jets are jetting their way to Baltimore to play the Ravens. Who you got, Luke?
I hate to go against my team, but I have to go with the Ravens here.
Who you got, Hova?
Going with the Ravens.
All right, all 3 of us are going with the Ravens, man. They got the Ravens by double digits. I'm not gonna let you know how many. They just by double digits. We got the Eagles. The Eagles are going to Dallas to play the Cowboys. Who you got, Luke?
I got my ups right here. Cowboys.
Woo! Who you got, Hova?
Oh man. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys on this one.
Thank you.
Oh man, I think the Eagles just be finding ways to win games, man. Some teams find ways to lose, like the Falcons. The Eagles and team, they just find ways to just win a game, man. So I don't know, but I think the Eagles find a way to win this game by 3. Cowboys are still the Cowboys. I think they played a very emotional game earlier this week, which is very good, man. But you hope that if you're a Cowboy fan, you hope that carries over to the Eagles because you're going to need it. But I just think this division is for the Eagles to lose, man. And I don't think they're gonna lose it, man. Not an Eagles fan, man. But I think they win this thing, man. I don't. Other than the Rams, I don't see any other team that'll probably get in the Eagles' way. I mean, they beat Detroit, right? Last week, right? I think they beat Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're like 3-0 against Detroit, something like that. So, any rate, guys, we gonna wrap it up, man. That's the show for tonight, man. Lou, take us home, brother.
All right. Enhanced Sports Show continues on Saturday, 4 to 6 Eastern Time. Number is 512-543-4662. We'll discuss, of course, NFL. We'll discuss the new MLB TV deal. Well, I'll do it best as I can. Maybe some news on possible work stoppage in 2027. Maybe. We'll do, of course, NBA, NHL, college basketball. I might try to cover some of the World Cup soccer. I'll update with the situation with the teams that are in. There's only a few spots left, so we'll take it. We'll take care of that. Of course, we'll also have our usuals with your thoughts and comments this week in sports history. Actually, this date in sports history. Sports trivia, the ridiculous sign of the week, and your Thanksgiving thoughts since it is our pre-Thanksgiving show. So remember, the number is 512-543-4662, Saturday, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget to like and share the page, and we are on Facebook Live.
Awesome. Now, we will not have this was our Thanksgiving show, so we will not have a show next week. We usually have the day before Thanksgiving off. So we're just going to keep in tradition.
Just like I want to have mine on the 29th. I won't be not doing a show that weekend, the next weekend, for obvious reasons, of course.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Right. So we'll be back there following. And I'll be on a cruise next week. I'll be on my Thanksgiving cruise next week. So I'll be on the water this time next week. So,
right.
Yes. That's what's up. So, yeah, man.
Thanks a lot, Lou.
Thanks, Lou.
Good night, fellas.
Good night, man. Happy
holidays. Happy holidays.
Yeah, awesome, man. So we want to thank everybody for joining the Bread and Hova show. Hope that everybody have a happy Thanksgiving and enjoyable holiday. And with that, speak on it.
Speak on it.
Yeah.